brought me to UUCGT was my parents. When I was about 6 and the church was on Washington Street, I stayed because that was what we did on Sundays. But as I got older and had the choice to stay, I stayed for the youth group. And it was so important to me as a teenager that I want our kids to have that too.
What brought me to UUCGT was Betsy. I had no idea what UU was till I met her, and then when we moved back to Traverse City, it was just a natural thing to join the community.
Well, I started coming a little over 2 years ago when I first moved to Traverse City, and I was looking for community and also a place to explore my spirituality. Soul Matters stuff is definitely where I've more so leaned into the questions. For me, that's what spirituality is about, having open conversations.
We first came to UUCGT in the summer of 19, moved back to Michigan after we retired. We weren't quite sure if we would be a fit with this congregation. What we had was a series of lay-led services with usually several voices from the congregation talking. We got this wonderful feeling of the people. We really became right enamored.
My background is Lutheran. When I was in high school, threw on my ripped up jeans and went to church and was belittled by the pastor. It's a really horrible feeling. When I show up at church, I really feel like everyone can show up as they are. I just rolled out of bed and was barely able to get there. That's fine, you know? That's what radical love just exemplifies.
First of all, let me just say, I just love our new mission statement. I feel like it just is exactly who we are. All 4 of those parts of our mission statement are inextricably linked. When we invited Mr. Fred into our congregation, it added a depth and spark. Not only were we doing this because it was the right thing to do, but how much it could enrich us. Isn't that radical love?
My favorite one is embodying radical love. It was through UUCGT that I started to get involved in Safe Harbor.
Lifelong learning has always been important to me. In the course of our modern life, it is easy to drift, just to get caught up. The act of coming every Sunday is something that is grounding.
Engaging in lifelong learning and being able to ask questions, that all questions were okay to ask. It's also okay not to have the answers, and that there's really nothing off limits as long as it's from a place of love. Also embodying radical love, specifically because of the 4 years that we have ahead of us. I think it's just imperative that we continue to support our vulnerable neighbors.
There just is such a strong need. Being able to come someplace on Sunday and being with like-minded people about the things that are so important in our lives right now, to feel like we're not out there alone.
Belonging to a larger community. Misfits. I feel like if I want to keep calling myself a Unitarian Universalist, I have to work to live those values. That first principle, the inherent worth and dignity of all people, can be really hard.
Cliche, but come as you are. UU is a special place. I hope it can keep being the place that it was, when I needed it.
Our sanctuary is packed. I would love to see our youth programming expand and to see more young people. Taking care of the most vulnerable, liberal religion is so essential right now. I would love to see our influence in the wider community continue to grow. In a nutshell, truth, community, commitment.
There's something to be taken away from every service. Every week, it's enriching, welcoming.
I think that OWL and comprehensive sex ed is a really important part of social justice, giving youth the tools to make choices that are socially and personally responsible. I would love to see UUCGT expand the reach of it. Inspiring.